You ask me why I take care of the dead, why I care for them like I do someone who is living. What you saw that day wasn't a thing I was doing because I am weird. You saw me do something that was written in my code. I needed to do it, and you ask why. Well, let's just say you're in the heat of battle. Your enemy is firing shots at you, bullets and screams of hatred fly past you. You're feeling as if all hope is lost, and then crack. The enemy you have been facing for the past few moments now lies on his hands and knees, praying for someone to have mercy. He is missing an arm, right side of his face is burnt to a crisp. All he is asking for is forgiveness. You approach him as he looks up to you, wanting mercy as you put the gun to his head. His tears are rushing down his face as you show no sympathy, no care that you are about to end his puny life. You pull the trigger as the man screams for help, but his plea is cut short when the bullet travels through his brain. This doesn't make any sense. Just a few minutes ago he was shooting at you, cussing and laughing as he did. What made him look up at you with sheer terror? Well, I guess you could say that once a person meets death, they want to go back. So they cry and ask for forgiveness. But that doesn't mean anything. If you show them mercy, they will thank you and move on, but kill your friends a few days later. So I don't think that greeting death is what makes them scream for mercy. I think it is the fact that they realized what they had done. They realized that they were going to die. All of their life has led up to that one single moment, and it ends with a bullet. They saw that they were begging for mercy at the hand of their enemies, and they feel so ashamed of it. They cry not just because they are going to die, but because they know they failed. So how does this tie into what I do to the deceased? Why I treat them with more respect than any other actual living person? Well, it's simple. In those last moments, the person shows who they really are. Their face is like an image of the person they are before they die. When your gun was pressed against his head, his image was of fear and dismay. When you pulled the trigger, it was over, but the fear still resided in his eyes. I don't want to see someone in fear. I don't want to see them in pain. But I do what I have to do. It needs to be done. I'm told this, so I have to do it. So I hold their lifeless hand and caress their cheek. Even though they were my enemy, they could have killed me in an instant. I don't care. They need someone to wash away their fears. But you know what the horrible thing about this entire thing is? Images. Images can't run away from the truth. You can take a photo and drench it in wine, caking it with liquid, and it will alter. Yet, it is still the same picture. You can tear it in half, yet it is the same picture. You can bury it 6 feet underground and plant a tree over it, but it is still the same picture. So, is what I am doing pointless? Perhaps. But it is my job to change the picture for the better. I want to make that person seem to be happy to others, even if it is just to myself. So, Call me weird. Call me weird for holding, caressing, and talking to the dead. It is my code, and I live by it. And one more thing. Just know that it may be me taking care of you in the afterlife. Maybe I was the one who killed you.